I'd like to call the Pasadena City Council meeting to order, December 20th, 2016. If we will all stand, please. Andy Helms, Director of Financial Planning, will give us the invocation. Councilmember Bass will lead us in the pledges with some help from his next-door neighbor there.
Let's bow our heads, please. Father, we thank you for the many blessings you've bestowed upon us, for the opportunity to serve our neighbors and to celebrate the birth of Jesus by thinking of others rather than ourselves. We ask that you give us the wisdom to make decisions which will benefit everyone and the strength to do the right thing. We thank you for our country and for our fellow citizens who risk their lives to keep us safe. We ask that you protect our country, our friends, neighbors, and fellow citizens from harm as we celebrate the season set aside for your greatest gift to all of us. Amen.
Amen. Will everybody join me in saying the Pledge of Allegiance to our flag, the United States of America, and then to the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
We want to thank that extra help up here on the pledges. Councilmember Bass.
Good evening, everybody. It is a great season. We're having beautiful weather here in Pasadena, Texas. I think it's going to be about 75, 78 Christmas Day. A lot of folks don't have that. I just want to wish everybody a very merry, blessed Christmas. Spend time with your family, spend time with your children, your parents, and also may we all have a prosperous and happy new year. With that, I pass.
Councilmember Wagner.
Thank you, Kerry. Welcome, everybody, to City Hall. I'd like to welcome Marie Duran. This is her first time to experience city government in action, that is what she said. Thank you for being here. A couple of days ago, I was able to go to the Kimball Hall where the police department had their Officer Santa program. And I've been involved in the Blue Center with the Houston Police Department for many, many years. These guys put the best program I've ever seen in my entire life. The way they had everything staged, the way they gave the Santa Claus, the way the presents was given, these guys blew it off the charts. And I was there with Councilman Lehman, and I was just so impressed I couldn't even talk. It was just outstanding. They did a marvelous, marvelous job. Also, a couple of weeks ago at the light parade, wow, I guarantee there's 20,000 people to celebrate Christmas with us, the city of Pasadena, with the light parade. It was my pleasure of being in the parade. Had lots of people wave and say Merry Christmas, which the whole theme of that is really amazing. All through the parade, everyone was yelling Merry Christmas, and that really honored me. It really honored me. Mary, with that, we're saying Merry Christmas, everybody. I pass.
Councilmember Van Hout.
The It's Time Texas Community Challenge starts on January 9th. This is to promote healthy living. You get points for exercising, checking your weight, a lot of points for posting selfies of you doing healthy things, and a lot of points for registering. So even if you're not going to exercise, register, we'll get points for that. And the mayor can get some really big points for taking the pledge and doing a challenge video. This year, there's a new thing. There's a city council pledge also. Last year, Pasadena was in the lead on this for a long time. And then Garland got ahead of us and won.
They cheated.
We can win. We need a lot of people to sign up, and we need you to keep logging your healthy activities. And I'm going to have some more information on this at the next meeting before it starts. Pat Riley, happy birthday.
Oh, wow.
It's this coming Friday the 23rd. I think she was going to be a Christmas baby and just couldn't wait. Congratulations to Daryl Morrison, who was chosen by the Chamber of Commerce as Citizen of the Year. And Merry Christmas, drive safely, and we'll see you next year.
Councilmember Morrison, Citizen of the Year.
Thank you. came not only a shock to me, but several others, I'm sure, as well, especially those that know me. Yeah, Pat Riley didn't know his birthday coming up. Well, happy birthday to you, ma'am. And, just Merry Christmas to everyone else. And I know my wife is happy. She saw the weather report. It's supposed to be 76 degrees on Christmas Day. Her version of a white Christmas is marshmallows on top of hot chocolate. Other than that, that's what 76 is perfect for her. Merry Christmas to all.
Councilmember Yarborough.
I'm going to pass that up. Merry Christmas.
Councilmember Lehman.
I'd like to
He
welcome
can't
everybody,
talk, he's got laryngitis. Merry Christmas.
welcome everybody to the meeting tonight, and wish everybody, council members, mayors, citizens, very Merry Christmas. And as Councilman Wagner mentioned a while ago, the police department had their Officer Santa program at Campbell Hall, and that's something I didn't know until the other day. This was started back in 1986, and this is done with money donated by businesses and citizens alike. And I believe there was over 300 kids this year benefited from this program. And they were also assisted by the Phoenix Design Group. They turned Campbell Hall into a winter wonderland. It was really amazing to see what they had done. And Target here in Pasadena helped with the shopping and, getting the gifts for the kids. And I'd just like to commend and thank our Community Service Division of the Police Department for a job well done. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you. Councilmember Sammy Casados.
Yes, thank you, Mayor. I'd like to wish everybody a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. I'd like to, send a shout out to a member of the police department, Mr. David Garza. He's an outstanding policeman, does work with the community throughout the holidays. I know earlier in the year we gave backpacks away during the Thanksgiving and Christmas holidays. He's working with Toys for Tots, 2 or 3 different programs with different, I think, Pearland Police Department, Houston Police Department. He's all over the place. And I think it's just an awesome way to thank him and to let you guys know as a community that we have great policemen out there in our police workforce. And I just want to thank him and also thank the Pasadena Police Department for everything that they do. That pass.
You're exactly right, Sammy. Councilmember Wheeler.
Thank you, Mayor. I want to wish former Councilmember Pat Riley a happy birthday. Also want to thank the Pasadena Police Department, the Pearland Police Department. This past weekend, they had a basketball tournament where for admission you had to bring a gift. They're able to raise a lot of gifts for needy children around the area. And I know, I hope that I know that they're better police officers than they are basketball players. It was entertaining. And Councilman Ibarra says he's going to partake in that next year, so he'll be playing basketball next year. Also, while you're spending time with your family over the holidays and this Christmas, remember those that are often deployed overseas or working. We've got a lot of shift workers in the area. They can't always be home, so keep them in your prayers. With that, I'll pass.
That's exactly right. Don't forget the soldiers. Merry Christmas. Let me say that for my family, to all of y'all's. And Pat, birthday on Friday? That's right. I thought you was like me. You quit having birthdays. But happy birthday to you. And Darrell, again, Citizen of the Year. Wow. How much does that pay?
Same as council.
Same as council.
Congratulations, Darrell.
Yeah. And what was said about David Garza in the police department is exactly right. Okay. Council, it gets us down to Citizens Washington Drugs Council, I guess, here. I think it's right. Oscar Del Toro. Did you want to talk, or you just sign, let us know you're here?
Good afternoon, everyone. Mr. Mayor, City Council members, City Secretary. Well, let me start by introduce myself and then go to the point. My name is Oscar Del Toro, and I live right here in Pasadena. And I have been following the lawsuit against the City of Pasadena in federal court. And this issue came to my attention. A high-ranking appointed officer from the City of Pasadena, admitted under oath, have used city resources in favor of various political campaigns. But that's not the issue that concerns me the most. The issue must be addressed by the city officials immediately. But there is no doubt about Mr. Richard Scott's actions. He admitted such action in federal court under oath. My real concern, which I want to share with you all, are these three questions. Number one, was Mr. Scott working in this political campaign using Pasadena City resources under his own will and against his superior approval or knowledge, or was Mr. Scott just following orders or guidelines with his superior approval or knowledge? Number two, how many times or how often Mr. Scott used city resources to political campaigns? It was only one event, or this happens a lot of times? Number three, how we can be sure that this is not happening right now or going to happen in the very near future. The next city election are about to start. I'm sure that many like me want to know the answers to these questions that affect the core of our democracy, which is trust. The sooner we know the answers to the questions, the better. That's all I have to say.
Thank you. Larry Peacock.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you, too.
Good evening. I'm Larry Peacock, and I'm glad to be here again. I always say these kind of things. Merry Christmas, everybody. Hope we have a good, happy New Year. Sammy, I love the lights going down on Preston, and I hope that, I know it's a good start. I know you had to get the electricity in, and all the people that surrounded you that you rounded up to help, that was a good deal. And maybe we can get some better, nicer looking stuff, maybe something closer to the Fairmont decorations next year, okay?
Thank you.
Good go. I challenge you to get that onto that.
Yes, sir.
The Deepwater Community, this is the newest neighborhood association in Pasadena. Sammy was also helpful into getting this stuff. That's a beautiful monument up there on Preston.
Thank you.
I like it. Tell the people in Deepwater they've done good. Okay. Let's see. Well, Oscar brought it up about the trial, and the trial is pretty much ran its course, except we still don't have a verdict yet from the judge. And there was some very disturbing information and stuff that came out from that trial that it's really terrible. And I don't envy any one of you guys up here for the jobs that you're going to have to be faced with and things that you're going to have to do. However, I wanted to bring up that there's some Charter Article 12, Section 20, Article 2, Sections 5 and 12. I'm not going to read these articles. You guys probably already know them. You can get a copy of them anytime you want. Maybe that'll help you out in some guidance and do the right things and do the things that needs to happen. Personally, I want an investigation. I want to find out, like Oscar, why, how. We all try to play. It's hard running for a campaign, right, Pat? Really hard. And we all want to play on the same level field, but maybe we weren't. This does not need to keep happening in Pasadena. This is very, very bad, and it needs to stop. So, with that, thank you.
Merry Christmas to you. Maria Valma, is it Duran? Is that correct? D-U-R-A-N?
Hello, good evening, Mayor, fellow City Council, and also fellow residents. So my name is Maria Vilma Duran, and I am a resident as well as a business owner in District E. I have been a longtime resident of Pasadena, and so thank you very much for this opportunity. As a longtime resident, a product of Pasadena Independent School District, I get very excited whenever I hear news about Pasadena. Whenever I heard about Spanky's opening up on Spencer, I already went, already had pizza. It was delicious. It was wonderful. When I heard that J.J. Watt, was supporting our Pasadena ISD schools, that also excited me a lot. However, recently I've also been hearing a lot of concerning news, and it's items that the two gentlemen before me have already brought up. So with that said, and because I really don't need to repeat that, I'm here to ask for action. I think that as a younger generation, as a millennial, what is it that we want? We want action. We don't want to continue in the same protocol and the same unacceptable behavior as always. And so what I'm here to ask is that as we close 2016 that we, the residents, want to ensure that 2017 starts with the right foot forward, that we are doing what we need to do as a city. So the main things that I am requesting is, for an internal investigation in order to see how deep this goes. Because the big question is it a culture within our city government? And I say that because coming from the corporate world, culture is something that happens over the years, and sometimes, we do have to stop and investigate. But also for us to work together and place the right checks and balances so that this doesn't continue, right? As a concerned citizen, I don't want to read negative news anymore. I don't want to have to share, because I do share it, negative news on my social media. I want all the news to come out of my city to be positive and to be reasons why people want to invest in my city, want to come to my city, and want to, just really enjoy the city of Pasadena. So it's really important because as residents, we have placed a lot of responsibility and trust in our city government, starting here with the council. And right now, I feel that trust has been broken. So, I am looking forward to not only learning about swift actions, could it be an ethics committee? Could it be, just what will come out of that investigation, I would like to see. So not only am I asking for swift actions for this upcoming year, but I'm also looking forward to getting a lot more involved with the city. So thank you.
Thank you. Christina Womack and Kevin Jeter. Kevin?
Mayor and city council members, I just want to say as we close the year, thank you for the support that you guys have all provided the chamber all throughout the year. As it was already mentioned, we did recently have our annual gala, and so thank you to Councilmember Casados, Bass, and Morrison for being there for that. As you heard, Daryl Morrison was selected as our 2016 Citizen of the Year. 2016 marked the 50th year that we've been awarding this award, and I say we, but it's really the people, and so the previous recipients of the award are the ones who make that selection, and so Daryl was actually there. He thought to swear in our new chairman of the board, Kevin Jeter, for 2017, which he did do. But to his surprise, his family was waiting, and so congratulations again to Daryl for his award and on Kevin's election to the board of directors. And so just want to say thank you for all the support. Carrie, Councilmember Bass, as our past chairman of the board, retiring from the board, thank you for all the work that you've done for the chamber over the last many challenging years. And we are looking forward to 2017.
Good evening. Hey, and speaking of 2017, I look forward to working with all of you and our new board members as we start our year. We also have our annual State of the City Luncheon, where we'll hear from Mayor Isabel on February 16th about all the great things happening in Pasadena, and announcing our 2017 Business and Industry Members of the Year. If you want to nominate a business or an industry, you can contact us and let us know who that is. You can find us pretty easy at the chamber. I just want to thank you for the job that you guys do, and Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
What day was I supposed to be there again? No, I got it.
February 16th.
Yeah, the 15th, the day after.
What's the
Thank you
criteria
all
for
very
the
much.
Citizen of the Year?
Very low.
I think it's bad ties. Bad ties.
Thank you guys.
Him turning red.
Just picking.
I can get this abuse at home.
Okay, wheelchair basketball sponsor. I don't see anybody here for that. Okay. I guess now the minutes of December 6th, Council.
Motion.
Motion by Councilmember Wheeler, second by Councilmember Casados, that the minutes be approved. Is there any discussion? Those opposed? No. Those afar? All those in favor? Let me give it again. All those opposed? Motion carries. Gets down to progress payments 13A, B, C, D, E, and F.
Motion.
Motion by Councilmember Lehman,
Second.
second by Councilmember Morrison. Progress payments to be approved. Is there any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. Financial Resolution 2724.
Motion.
Motion by Councilmember Wheeler,
Second.
second by Councilmember Morrison. That Financial Resolution 2724 be approved. Is there any discussion?
Mayor,
Councilman,
I'd like to abstain from anything in regards to Basmati in this.
certainly. Any further discussion?
Mayor?
Councilmember.
I would like to make a statement, and I know I brought this up pre-council, I'd just like to say it. We are having a financial review over the things that the citizens addressed earlier. I would like to, I have a copy here, and I would like to give this to Ms. Rourke. That way we do have record of that, and the city acknowledges this. So if you don't mind, I'd pass this down and give this to Ms. Rourke. Appreciate that.
Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? Motion carries. Personnel changes 15A and C.
Motion.
Motion by Councilmember Lehman,
Second.
second by Councilmember Wagner. Personnel changes be approved. Is there any discussion?
Mayor,
Councilmember.
I want to say that this council, I believe, is always looking to do the right thing. And there have been some issues brought up of concern recently. And I've been informed by the mayor that we are going to be taking action as a council. We're going to get to the bottom of it to answer some of those questions that were posed earlier. And we want to make sure that this is a fair process, a thorough process, and that no one whose actions are in question is going to be involved in the investigation itself. And so we'll be looking forward to getting to that. That I'll pass.
That wasn't really what I said, close, but I said we would try, we're going to have an executive session, we'll try in January. Get us through the holidays when Mr. Scott can be here. Okay, any further discussion? All those in favor? Those opposed? Motion carries. Gets down to mayor's reports, ordinance, final reading. Madam Secretary, you may read 2016-183, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98. And on the consent agenda, and then we'll come back for the amendments, Pat. You know, after we got it on the table. Yes, you know, you were going to make the motions.
Somebody else can do that.
Well, I think you've earned it. Pat, Linda?
Yes, sir. Ordinance 2016-183, purchase of 150 point-blank plate carriers for Police Department from Gulls, LLC, $63,000. Ordinance 2016-184, contract with Grant McKay Company, Inc. for demolition of a single-family home located at 2315 Camille Street, $10,080.75. Ordinance 2016-185, contract with Tri-Coastal for reconstruction of a single-family home located at 2315 Camille Street, $142,450. Ordinance 2016-186, contract with Brent McKay Company, Inc. for demolition of a single-family home located at 1208 Mobile Drive, $9,356.93. Ordinance 2016-187, contract with Tri-Coastal for reconstruction of a single-family home located at 1208 Mobile Drive, $132,550. Ordinance 2016-188, agreement with Gulf Coast Waste Disposal Authority to accept cities' municipal waste to enhance biological activity of GCWDA's industrial waste. Ordinance 2016-189, purchase refried system for the Pasadena Public Library from Amigos 3M, $133,991. Ordinance 2016-190, contract with MCCI LLC for scanning and microfilm conversion services, $247,099.50. Ordinance 2016-191, contract with DNW Contracting Inc. for 2016 CDBG Witter Street Replacement Project, $1,114,736.70. Ordinance 2016-192, amend ordinance numbers 2016-94 and 2016-107, agreement with Gensler Architects for additional work for renovation of 1211 Southmore for municipal courts, $84,300. Ordinance 2016-193, purchase of public safety software from SunGuard Public Sector LLC, $1,999,921.42. Ordinance 2016-194, agreement with United Behavioral Health to provide employee assistance program Services for the plan year 2017. Ordinance 2016-195, agreement with United Healthcare Services, Inc. to provide medical claims and pharmaceutical services for plan year 2017. Ordinance 2016-196, agreement with Gallagher Benefit Services, Inc. to provide services relating to the health plan for the plan year 2017. Ordinance 2016-197, agreement with Discovery Benefits, Inc. to provide services relating to the flexible spending account program. Ordinance 2016-198, agreement with MetLife to provide dental care benefits for the plan year 2017. And ordinance 2016-199, amend ordinance number 2015-108, the annual budget for the year 2016.
Motion.
Motion by
Second.
Councilmember Wagner, second by Councilmember Wheeler. That ordinance is, let me go back to the front here. 2016-183, 184, 185, 186, 187, 188, 189, 190, 191, 192, 193, 194, 195, 196, 197, 198, and 199 pass on second and final reading. Is there any discussion? Councilmember Van Hout.
We have three ordinances dealing with contracts for health care that have various tweaks as far as the legal language. Motion to amend ordinance 2016-194 on final reading by amending the administrative services agreement with United Behavioral Health, Optum, in accordance with the attached Exhibit A.
Motion.
Second. Well, she made the motion.
You got second.
Yes,
Second by Councilmember Wagner. Is there any discussion on the amendment as proposed? All in favor of the amendment as proposed, attaching to ordinance 2016-194, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion attaches. Councilmember Pat. 195 now, Pat.
Somebody else can do one.
Well, you know you get paid extra for this.
I won't do that one. You can do that. Okay, to amend ordinance, I move to amend ordinance 2016-195 on final reading by amending the administrative services agreement with United Healthcare Services, Inc. in accordance with the attached Exhibit A.
Second.
Motion by Councilmember Van Hout, second by Councilmember Wagner. That amendment as so stated. Is there any discussion on the amendment? All those in favor of the amendment attaching to ordinance 2016-195, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, amendment attaches. It's down to 197.
And Councilmember Van Hout, since you were so nice and honoring my Citizen of the Year award, I'll do this on behalf. But this is, Ms. Secretary, make a motion to amend ordinance number 2016-197 on final reading by amending the business associate agreement and the reimbursement account administrative services agreement with Discovery Benefits, Inc. in accordance with the attached Exhibit A.
Second.
Second by Councilmember Wheeler. Yep. Motion by Councilman Morrison, second by Councilmember Wheeler. That all those, is there any discussion on the amendment? All those in favor of the amendment attaching to ordinance 2016-197, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? It attaches. Now, all those in favor of, let me read them again in the record. 2016-183, 184, 185, 186, 187, 188, 189, 190, 191, 192, 193, 194 as amended, 195 as amended, 196 and 197 as amended, 198 and 199, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Motion passes. It's down to first readings, Madam Secretary.
Ordinance 2016-200, renewal of Avaya maintenance contract for Cities Avaya phone system and Audix answering system.
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Councilmember Wagner, second by Councilmember Van Hout. That ordinance 2016-200 pass on first reading only. Is there any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? Motion carries.
Ordinance 2016-201, valuation and assessment of industrial district properties lying within the extraterritorial jurisdiction of the City of Pasadena for the 2016 tax year, and based upon the provisions of the contract agreements, distributing the applicable funds in the appropriate general fund accounts of the city.
Motion.
Motion
Second.
by Councilmember Wagner, second by Councilmember Wheeler, that ordinance 2016-201 pass on first reading only. Is there any discussion? All those in favor? Those opposed? Motion carries.
Ordinance 2016-202, extending the contract with Acadian Ambulance Service for ambulance and emergency medical services.
Motion.
Motion by Councilmember Lehman,
Second.
second by Councilmember Wheeler, that ordinance 2016-202 pass on first reading only. Is there any discussion? All those in favor? Those opposed? Motion carries.
Ordinance 2016-203, commitment between the Community Development Department and the Public Works Department for the Eagle Avenue Waterline Replacement Project, $830,189.17.
Motion.
Motion by Councilmember Wheeler,
Second.
second by Councilmember Casados, that ordinance 2016-203 pass on first reading only. Is there any discussion? All those in favor? Those opposed? Motion carries.
Ordinance 2016-204, commitment between the Community Development Department and the Public Works Department for the McMasters Avenue Waterline Replacement Project, $496,613.35.
Motion.
Motion by Councilmember Wheeler.
Second.
Second by Councilmember Bass, that ordinance 2016-204 pass on first reading only. Is there any discussion? All those in favor? Those opposed? Motion carries.
Ordinance 2016-205, amend the Code of Ordinances at Chapter 37, Waters, Sewers, and Sewage Disposal by amending Section 3747, sale of water to industrial users at subsection B, base rates.
Motion.
Motion
Second.
by Councilmember Casados, second by Councilmember Wheeler, that ordinance 2016, 205 pass on first reading only. Is there any discussion? All those in favor? Those opposed? Motion carries.
Ordinance 2016-206, annual contract with Century Asphalt LTD for the purchase of asphalt, emulsified, and tacked oil.
Motion.
Motion by Councilmember Casados.
Second.
Second by Councilmember Van Hout, that ordinance 2016-206 pass on first reading only. Is there any discussion? All those in favor? Those opposed? Motion carries.
Ordinance 2016-207, annual contract with Novus Wood Group LP for wood grinding services.
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Councilmember Morrison, second by Councilmember Wheeler, that ordinance 2016-207 pass on first reading only. Is there any discussion? All those in favor? Opposed? Motion carries.
Ordinance 2016-208, purchase of 64 battery backup units for the Paradigm Traffic System, Inc., $320,000.
So moved.
Motion by Councilmember Bass, second by Councilmember Wheeler, that ordinance 2016-208 pass on first reading only. Is there any discussion? Hello?
Somebody's ringing.
Somebody's phone? Anyway, ordinance 2016-208 pass on first reading only. Is there any discussion? All those in favor? Those opposed? Motion carries.
Ordinance 2016-209, contract with Geotech Engineering, Inc. for materials testing services for the 2016 CDBG Witter Street Replacement Project, $21,724.
So moved.
Motion by Councilmember Wheeler.
Second on behalf
Second by
of Councilman
Councilmember.
Rivera.
Lehman,
Oh, no.
how'd you miss that one?
He can't
He
talk.
can't
I
talk,
did
huh?
it
He
for
did
him.
it for him. All right. So you made it for him?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's put his name down there, so he gets paid extra for it. That ordinance 2016-209 pass on first reading only. Is there any discussion? All those in favor? Those opposed? Motion carries.
Ordinance 2016-210, contract with Reliable Signal and Lighting Solutions LLC for the 2017 Annual Traffic Mobility Improvements Project, $164,900.
Motion.
Motion by Councilmember Morrison, second by Councilmember Casados, that ordinance 2016-210 pass on first reading only. Is there any discussion? All those in favor? Those opposed? Motion carries.
Ordinance 2016-211, contract with City Electric Supply for purchase of LED light fixtures for 1149 Ellsworth renovation, $104,760.
Motion.
Motion by Councilmember Wheeler,
Second.
second by Councilmember Lehman, that ordinance 2016-211 pass on first reading only. Is there any discussion? All those in favor? Those opposed? Motion carries.
Ordinance 2016-212, abandoning, vacating, and closing a portion of the 8-foot wide sanitary sewer easement abutting lots 19 through 26 of GM Lakeland subdivision.
Motion.
Motion by Councilmember Wheeler,
Second.
second by Councilmember Bass, that ordinance 2016-12 be adopted, pass on first reading only. Is there any discussion? All those in favor? Those opposed? Motion carries.
Ordinance 2016-213, Run-Out Services Agreement with Allegiance Benefit Plan Management, Inc.
Motion.
Motion by Councilmember Wheeler.
Second.
Second by Councilmember Morrison, that ordinance 2016-13 pass on first reading only. Is there any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? Motion carries.
Ordinance 2016-214, contract with O'Donnell Schneider Construction for the interior remodeling of 1149 Ellsworth for $1,957,033.
Motion by Councilmember Wagner,
Second.
second by Councilmember Wheeler, that ordinance 2016-14 pass on first reading only. Is there any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? Motion carries. Gets down to resolutions, Madam Secretary.
Resolution 2016-128, donations from various businesses, organizations, or individuals totaling $2,518.79 for care of animals housed at the animal shelter. And those donations were from Christopher and Kim Montague, Cameron Delaney, Chad Hicks, Myra Navarte, Shay Dunn, Brenda Madden, Mary Crum, Jeannie Rutiaga, Garrett Gafford, Stacy Nation, Amara Adela Hallam, Eric Allen, Shell Oil Company, Tanya Maddie, Muhammad and Mary Hawk, Cynthia Monroe, Amber Frazier, Susan Ainsworth, DeAndre Cardenas, Brendan Shulan, Megan Waller, Natalie Hernandez, The Republic House TNT Hair Concepts, Peace Lutheran Church, Norma Adams, Patrick Lynch, Janet Kelly, Federico, I'm sorry, I can't get that out. Federico Gonzalez, Tom Swan, Kelsey Hoosier, Chevron Phillips, Sahara Moman, and various anonymous donators in the combined amount of $2,518.79 for the care of animals.
Motion.
Motion by Councilmember Wagner, pass. Wagner, second by Councilmember Wheeler, that resolution 2016-128 be adopted as it was read. Is there any discussion? By the way, this is, again, going to the animal shelter. It is Christmas time. We do have an adoption program at the animal shelter for little pups and kittens. So go by and see them. Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? Motion carries.
Resolution 2016-129, in-kind donation of family tickets valued at $500 from the Children's Museum for the annual Christmas tree lighting event.
Motion.
Motion by Councilmember Morrison,
Second.
second by Councilman, who was it? Van Hout. That ordinance, resolution 2016-129 be adopted as it was read. Is there any discussion? All those in favor? Aye. Those opposed? Motion carries.
Resolution 2016-130, donations from various businesses, organizations, or individuals totaling $2,135.74 for care of animals housed at the animal shelter. And they were from Andrew and Cicely Roberts, Tim and Christina Burns, Sherry and Wesley Biddle, Ariella Blanco, Shannon Brisky, Karina Lohman, Sam Reyna, Tiffany Jones, Maria Nunes, Deborah Perry, Kyle Adcock, Joanne and Mike Sturman, Lucy Boehner, Wells Fargo, Norma Adams, Patricia Henson, John Lynn Horton, Ralph Morrissey, John Cargill, Kristen Scott, Shahayan Khans, Jean Bliley, Claudia Garcia, Cherry Eska, Carmen Sproul, and Roxanne Johnson, Norma Bradley, Michelle Roberts, Janet Kelly, Karen Shonowski, Jennifer Heathcock, and Sophia Guerrera, in the combined amount of $2,135.74.
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Councilmember Bass, second by Councilmember Van Hout, that resolution 2016-130 be adopted as it was read. Is there any discussion? Again, this is for our animal shelter and the pups and the kittens out there that need to be adopted. Christy, you can go by and get you one, or one of each. Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? Motion carries.
Resolution 2016-131, authorizing and approving public auctions for the sale of abandoned and confiscated vehicles and surplus city vehicles and equipment.
So moved.
Motion by Councilmember Wheeler,
Second.
second by Councilmember Casados, that resolution 2016-131 pass as it was read. Is there any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? Motion carries. Merry Christmas again. And we are adjourned.